Hello darklings! Today I thought we should do a get ready with me video. But first, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share and press the notification bell. Stick around! So hello ducklings, excuse for not being ready much more, but this is how I'm usually do get ready. And today I have actually washed my hair. I only do that twice a week and it was time now, so I thought I'm gonna let it dry and then I'm gonna get it ready outside the camera. But first we're gonna do this, and I have prepped my face with foundation, contouring, eyebrows, some eyeliner on my waterline and that type of thing, so it don't gonna take forever, hopefully. But you know me, it can take very long time with my hands. But at least I thought that we can try to talk about a little of everything, and if it's something you want to know, you can always put it down in the comment field. But we're gonna see what we're gonna talk about. Right now, the biggest issue is the war in Ukraine, and it's gone around 1.5 weeks now. And I really hope that it's gonna be an end to it, because that's not fair to Ukraine to be attacked by Russia. Putin is not. I might not be able to say what I really think, but I think the most people probably guess what I'm gonna think, because I don't know about YouTube rules. But I am standing with Ukraine. And I don't know how the war gonna go, because when this video going up, it's gonna be some weeks after this recording, so you have to take that in plan too, that is already happened, all those things that I'm talking about in that case. And now we're gonna see how it goes. So what I was thinking today, that we're gonna try to do a red makeup. So I thought that I should use two different palettes, eyeshadow palettes from Loveless Cosmetics. You have the Blood Contest, and I thought I should have the latest of those ones, Draco's Bride. This is one of my favorites. I actually like the first one. She had two, Drink From Me and Live Forever, but she don't sell that anymore. But I see that the Blood Contest a lot of people like. I have a little hard for it. I like it for some of the colors, but some of the colors I don't like at all. But you need to go outside your comfort zone some days. I might have to force myself to use a little more. So what are we gonna do first? To not mess things up too much, we're gonna do this little trick. And you can buy ready-made, as I did it before. And you just stick them, so it's gonna protect. That also can give you help when you do the eyeliner, if you want to have an eyeliner. It's not necessary to have eyeliner every time, but the most goths, when they get ready, they want to have their sharp eyeliner. I'm gonna see if I can put this in a similar angle. I don't think I have done the eyebrows too much. It's like sisters, it's not twins. So this is how you can protect. You can have those pads that go a little further, so you can protect this bit, but I usually don't have that much problem here. But if it should be a problem in that area, then we're gonna take it from there. I just took a little more brushes. I just realized I forgot to take some. So what are we gonna start with? I think we start with some black actually. I'm gonna do a little different way this time. So we're gonna see if I can do it, so you see what I'm doing. I'm very short-sighted, so that's what we have a little problem with sometimes viewing things. See which brush I want to use. I think I want to use, this is a cheap one, but actually one of the one I like best when it comes to use on the ends and that type of thing. So I'm gonna try to do something different today. So if it's gonna be a mess, it's gonna be a mess, else it's gonna be great. So we start. And I put a little under already. I'm probably gonna have to put more because I have those things in the way. But this is because I want to try another method this time. I saw it from another girl how she did, but she did another color combination. But I thought it probably can work with everything. So, and it don't have to be perfect either. This is just to help deepening things up, and we can always go back and do a little more like we want to have it after. And I can't do just one eye at a time, so I'm gonna do both, hopefully. If it not go too bad things, I think I'm gonna darken it already in here too, because I usually have this area dark anyway. And what can we talk about? Recently I started to actually do a lot of wire jewelry, and I do enjoy it. It's not for sale because my handicap in my fingers don't allow that, and should be honest, I shouldn't want to deal with a hustle to actually have a shop for it, or if I sell abroad to be able to have some way to get paid in a way. So I need to have that type of account, especially when it's so much hackers everywhere. So it's hassle enough to keep things sometimes inside the country, but when it comes to do things abroad, it can be even messier. Like I said, you don't have to do it perfectly because you can always do it. Trust the process, like some people usually said. I don't usually say that because sometimes I think the process is fucking mad. And that's there as usual. So if you don't like it, you might have to stop watching me because I can swear a lot sometimes, especially when I have bad hand days. But it still don't stop me from trying to do things. I hopefully don't have too bad hand day today, but we never know. We never know. We have to try. And I have my major skin. I'm an Eldergoth. I'm gonna be 54 in August. Plus, I have this eye condition that my eyes get much pain, but they also swollen, so my skin goes forward, backward, because sometimes I have very swollen when I wake up. It can go down during the day, but next time it don't go down, and that means my skin really can cope with all the changes all the time. So it's probably even harder than for other major skin to do, because at least they have similar every day and not different every day. So I never know how my skin gonna cooperate when I do my makeup. But let's just try to see and hope for the best. And the worst days, I'm probably not gonna even bother to put on some makeup because it's too much hassle. Wait, excuse me for looking. I'm not used to stay here. I usually stand against the mirror. I don't have a fancy table, and even if I had it, I should have to have the mirror very close. I have a problem already now because I'm a bit away from my mirror, and I can't wear contact lenses because of my eye condition, and that makes me sad because there's so many great looks you can do that actually make it pop even more when you can have those things. What other things can we talk? Because we don't always want to talk about the worst things that's going on right now, because then we're gonna be so depressive, and some people actually have mental health that don't make it so good for them to talk about them. I can have sometimes a little problem with my mental health, but it's more to my health status, and right now is a hard time for me because I go forward and backward to different doctors. Some doctors don't want to help me because I'm not sick enough, and I don't know how much more sick I need to be. I think that's ridiculous, but there's not much I can do about it because I'm just like an ordinary person. I can't afford to go to the fancy doctors that cost a lot, so I have to stay inside. For example, in the UK you have NHS, and I actually took the black from the last. I thought I should try to go on some of the reds, and I think I'm gonna try with this little lighter one to have first like a base and then go with a little darker. So you know what I'm doing, if I even know myself. So right now I even have another investigation going on because I have problem when it's come to my sleep, and that start even bother my man Trevor. And it's not actually fair for him that he also get disturbed sleep because I have my issues. And one of the issues is that last year I started to snore a lot, and it goes higher and higher, and it doesn't matter which position I am in, I'm snoring like hell. He said even a war is more silent sometimes, so that's bad, because he changed room and go and sleep on the sofa, and I feel very sad when he have to do that because it's not fair. But I also know that it's nothing I have done before, and we have lived together for a very long time, over 5.5 years, since he moved to Sweden first time. First time, the only time. So I thought we need to do something, especially when he also said that he sometimes don't even hear me breathe because I stop breathing, and I'm very dry in my I'm very tired and start having problem if I don't keep myself occupied. It's not that I fall asleep behind the wheel or something like that. As long as I do something, then need concentrations, no matter what. But to try to read something or be relaxing in the sofa and watching a video, whatever, I can fall asleep at once, even directly in the morning when I have just wake up, no matter if I had a good sleep for the moment. So that's what I don't like with it, because I don't really want to have this kind of problem because it sucks. But I had a machine for some days ago that I had to connect, and if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen those posts, even in my storyline, if you check that one up. But it should be in my ordinary posts too, so you can see when I actually show what I've been up to. And it was not easy to put up, but it was 2 days on hospital to make everything work, and they were checking how everything went, and they said it had been recorded, so I hope they got what they needed. I need another brush if you wonder what I'm doing. See if we can find the one I want. It's the super thing when you want a special one, and I stopped being a little picky with some of them. So I thought now that we're gonna try to deepen it up with a little more reddish type of thing. And it's gonna take around 1 week before I probably got some result. I had really hoped that I got the result that it means that I'm gonna get help, else I don't know what to do, because I have tried and my doctor tried to. So if the specialist don't want to help me, so what should I do? That's the problem when you are not rich enough to pay for a lot of other type of things. So then you're so depending on what the specialist says, and it can be different from where you live in the country too, so that's not fair really. Even my thyroid problems is so different between where you live, and I am not the typical patient with the blood samples to go. I always have more problem with the symptoms, and when it shows on my results for the blood samples, when it really shows, then it's too late. And it's very hard to get some of the old ones, even if my own doctor knows about it, but she can't do it. She have little restricted orders from her bosses what she can do or allowed to do. So then she need to get it approved from specialist, and if the specialist is not going on her side that I have symptoms enough, so then I don't gonna get help, and then I need to have suffer. It's a little like with my eyes, I need to suffer more. I need to be home much more from work before they think my work don't like it, and I'm home already like I am. So it still feels like I'm in a catch-22 for a moment, but it's not much I can do about it. I can only hope that I'm getting better, but I'm not so sure how that should go. Should we take little in this area too? So that was a little about my health for the moment, because I don't want to talk too much about this boring stuff, because then I bore the shit of you and you don't want to go watch me anymore. So what can we talk about more? I know that a lot of people complain that golf clothes is expensive, but I also realized that when you try to show them something, for example, in videos, people don't want to see that. They only want to see holes. But still they complain. Still they complain that it's expensive. So I don't really understand it. I'm 54 soon. And when I was younger, we didn't even have those shops and everything. And you had to do the best of the situation. So I get a little annoyed sometimes when people complain. And I don't know how it is with you, if you feel the same. Because it really feels like people sometimes don't really mean what they're saying. They are a little double standard up, because they can complain fast that things are expensive, but when it comes to the end, they're not even interested. If you're not a very big YouTuber or something, for example, Angela Benedict, that I love a lot, and she's really good at it, and she have her shops with clothes that she sells, that she have thrifted, and she done do them more personally, touch on it, and I think that's nice. But it's also something that you actually can do yourself, or you can actually sew things from start for yourself, so it don't have to necessarily be ready-made. But what can I do about it when people are not interested, really? But I'm still gonna try to do that type of videos anyway. So you're not gonna get rid of me that easy. At least if I have energy for it and that type of things, because I did a lot during my younger days, and I feel that I have more handicaps now in my hands and that type of things after an accident, and my hands is not gonna be better, and that's why I can't do some things that often, or my hands are shaky and that type of things. I got pain very easy in them, and especially if I need to grip hard, especially this type of grip. So what can we talk about more? We have this always going on thing about, are you golf if you only dress golf? Are you golf if you don't dress golf, but listen to the music and blah blah blah? I should say, you should at least listen to the music. I don't give a fucking damn how you look like, because it's up to you. Some people can't look in a certain way and some people can. And we all have been there in our thing when we had the chance to be a little more extreme. But that's not the biggest point of everything. I thought we should be a little greasy with the hands. So should we try to take this one with the fingers, so we get like a little shine? What do you think about that? Oh, maybe. I might put a little more red over it later, but because it's going a little more pinkish. But I don't care. This is just a test and error. If it not goes, it don't goes, and I will just try to save it in some type of way. I don't know how others do, but I have days when I try things and I have things in mind how I want it to look, and suddenly I change mine totally. I don't even do what I was thinking from the start, and then I go ahead, and sometimes it goes much better than I was expecting, and those days I often want to cry when it's time to take it off. Because if you have a really great makeup, and especially if it stays good on your eyes, so you really want to keep it that way to rest, you don't want to take it off. Which one was for the red? This was that one, I think. Deepen up the red in a little more in some areas. Like I said, I'm not a makeup artist, but I like to try do things my way. And I have my problems. I always look so easy when others do their makeup. So, but we all have our problems. But when it comes to this thing with the music type of thing, I think it's most important that you actually know a little bit about the history about goth and the music why we are goth. Then if you like the fashion style only and don't even want to bother to listen to anything, so then you just darkly inclined for me. We can still be friends. There's no problem with that. You can be whoever you are. You don't have to be a black goth to be my friend either. If you like pink or colors and that type of things, it's up to you. It's not up to me to decide what you're gonna wear. And I do like that we can actually be different. We don't have to look just the same all the time, because that should be really boring, shouldn't it? That's why it may be a little boring when you see people that need to always... I'm gonna wash my hands because it's a little dirty. It's a little boring when you always see some people that want to copy some other influencers all the time. So they even copying into the smallest detail. And I see this video gonna be very long, so I think this gonna be just a makeup video. I was thinking of doing a little more, but I think we stay to the makeup because I'm talking a little too much. But this is get ready with me. So if you're not interested, skip it. And what should we do more to make it a little more exciting? I'm not that keen of those pressed glitters because they usually don't work that well for me, but I should want to try at least one here. I hope I don't ruin my makeup, because I usually don't get it to work that well. I'm gonna put pictures later or during the video. I haven't decided yet how I'm gonna do it, but don't be worried because it's not always the light catching up, and when I look in the mirror it looks one way, and when I look in the camera it looks another way. So, and really funny, I was thinking that I shouldn't use any glitter today because it's Sunday and it's fucking hard to get off. And you know, sometimes you're gonna be followed with this glitter for some days, because even if you think you have taken it off, so it's still there. You're gonna have those small shiny particles somewhere in your face, and you go to work and then they're looking at you and wonder why you are sparkly. Well, at least someone have to be sparkly at work. What do you think about that? So you have to do your work a bit fancier. It's not like I go in full makeup to work because I go up early. I'm gonna even start earlier tomorrow than normally, so hopefully my eyes are working so I not have to be home. Yeah, it's not that bad. Maybe not the best type of makeup, but it's not bad. So I wash my hands again if you wonder what I'm doing. And that's why it's much more easy to stand over the mirror here and do the makeup, where I can see a lot more. And I can see that I had a lot of fallout on some part. Hopefully not on the wrong part. Let's see if we can find... did I take the brush here? I'm just gonna add some light on top here before I go and take off the other things. Give it a little glow. So no, I'm not that big to say that you need to look like a goth to be a goth, but you need to at least know some part of the music. You don't need to like every band, because we all have different taste, and golf is practically a very big umbrella if you're gonna start to analyze everything about it. And even I have my moments, but then we come to the next question that some people usually ask, and some people are ridiculous when they say no to it. That is, if you can listen to golf if no, I said wrong now. Can you listen to other music if you're a golfer? Of course you can. Of course you can. Voila! Came out okay-ish, I think. Just a little bit cleaning. You can see on this side because it's the some part we don't have to clean too much because it's gonna be messy soon anyway. I'm gonna take another one so we don't put the dirty one. I thought I should try to not stop a lot, so I only stop before I show the finished look, because some parts I can't do in front of camera. I can try to do it, but if I discover that it's not gonna work, I'm gonna do it. And the eyelashes are probably gonna do outside the camera because I don't want to stand and fipple without one if they're gonna be stuck right. But this is how far it goes now. So I was thinking you might take a smaller pencil and go to the back again. And of course I change palette again. I just make the under part a little more darker. And like you see, I have this problem area here, so this is gonna help me to make a little more bolder eyeliner later. But I can follow where the tape has been when I do my eyeliner. You see, it's more darker again. And of course I can't talk in some moments. I try to, but I just realized that if I'm gonna do a chatty get ready with me thing, I might have to talk too, so I'm gonna try. So what did I say about music? Yeah, it was that you can of course listen to other things. So when I was younger and even now, I can still listen to like some metal music. And because when we were kids, and kids I mean on the 80s, in the 80s, then I didn't have goth friends back then. I had punk friends. I have people that like synth music, what it calls, or it's kind of electronic music. I don't want to know if you have the term synth that we have in Sweden. And then there were other type of different ones. Even when we grow older, then you have the other, everyone that was not into the ordinary mainstream things, because it was we against them. But it was often, when I was in the 80s, it was often me that didn't fit in any of the boxes because I didn't know about golf. I didn't know why I didn't really fit home in any of them, but I could still hang around and like the music. But then we was hanging together with the synth people and the hard rock and metal people and the punk heads, of course. So I need to start working here, as this is gonna be even longer, this video. So I was thinking we're gonna maybe add some little red under. So what I was thinking more that we hang together because it was we against the ordinary kids, the kids that were more like what the parents expect the kids to be. If there are any kids that really are as the parents really want them to be, that's the question. Because I have very hard to think that the most people are perfect. There were some kids that was that way, but they didn't even like the mainstream music in that case. So that shows the difference already back there. So no, it was we against them, and we did the best of it, and hang together, and we shared the different things, and that made that you even started to listen to other type of music. And when it comes to some type of music, it's for me mood related. If I want to listen to, I need to have that kind of music if I'm in a certain type of mood. I have a little harder to listen to slow music, like ballads and that type of things, because I get bored. Some music I can listen to that type of slow, but it depends on the music and depends on my mood too. So for this was okay-ish. We can try to do a little more before we start. And because I don't have any perfect blusher for this, I'm gonna try to use my palette. I might try with this little light so it's not all, to get a little more reddish tone in it, so it goes together with the rest. And when you are this extreme, it don't matter if it's more visible than you were expecting from the beginning. We only live in once, they say, even if we all don't agree about that one. I don't agree, but I'm not gonna get into that in this video. But I think you can listen to some music. I really have a funny thing to talk about. When I was around 18, and everybody knows Jehovah's Witness. Jehovah's. We call them Jehovah's Vittnen in Sweden. And they go around sometimes and knock the door and everything like that. And I was 18. I think I was around 18 that year because I was still in school. And I was with a friend. She was not a goth person. She was more like a hard rock metal person back then. I don't know what she are today. But she was half Norwegian and half Swedish. But we have very fun together sometimes. So, and we usually listened to Metal Crew and especially Wasp. Wasp was the big thing during those years. And we often went around with this big, I don't know what they call that player, or record tape player, like a very big one, and on the shoulders, like you see some hip hop type of things, but with Wasp out from the speakers. And it was really fun, and people didn't like it. One day her mom was not home because she was working and we should go out and meet other friends. Not 100% sure if we were going to do something more, but it didn't matter because even if you're gonna meet your friends, you want to look good. So we were in her place because in my place it was a little not that easy to make ourselves ready. So I was almost done. I had put on my clothes and I was actually a light hair still already back then because that's my natural hair color. It was before I started to color it black around 2001. So of course someone was ringing at the doorbell and she said, "Can you please go and open and see what it is because I'm not ready yet and you're almost there." Oh, I think okay, I can do that because it's no hassle. And in the background we were playing Wasp very loudly because no parents, you know. And I opened the door, and on the other side they stood there with a Bible in the hand and they were looking at me, I was looking at them, they were looking at me, I was looking back, and then they said, it's already too late, and I went. And usually those people are very hard to get rid of. If you open the door, you need to close it very fast if you're not interesting. Some people are taking them in just to have this shut, but they don't realize that they actually do that to see what they can get from them because they're not going to be Christians and that type of things either. Anyway, not into that type of Christianity that Jehovah's is. So I was looking and thinking, what did wrong now? Because I didn't realize that the vision they probably had when they opened the door back then, completely black around my eyes. I have all this spikes, but back then I can wear a lot more of that thing close to my throat, much more. And I have those spike bells and everything like that, and black dress, and my jeans was not with big holes and rips and that type of thing, because back then we didn't buy them that way. You were supposed to use them, so they ended that way. Not like taking a scissor or something or knife or something to make the whole idea. You should use them till they fall apart. That was the coolest thing to do. So, and I have tried to do something with my hair too and everything like that. So I didn't realize how it looked like. And in the background we have this wasp. You know what goes on in TV when they say, oh, the devil gonna take our children and that type of thing. So I didn't realize how it really looked like when I opened it, because I thought I was a really sweet person and everything, so I couldn't understand why they just turned away and went, because it's usually not that easy to get away with them. But usually I was not that extreme when I opened the door a few times when I rang the doorbell at home, because then I probably was studying or something if I was home. So that was a really fun thing when they said it was already too late when they saw me. How wrong could that be? Because I might be a pagan, but I'm not a Satanist. I don't share that belief all the way out. Oh, and I see this video gonna be long. So we try to put on our, because sometimes people ask how people do when they do, and everyone has this way. I usually have this type of liquid eyeliner that I use on this type of things. I'm gonna see if I see enough. Oh, this mirror is a little too far away. Need to take that away so that it don't crash down. Oh, sorry. Oh, I need to clean when I'm done. And my mirror is standing on a little chair. I might not be, because I don't see 100 what I'm doing. You see, I do that line first. That's how I usually do it. I'll try to see if I can get the mirror a little close. Just that and of course I have a little hard to speak when I'm doing this thing. It's probably gonna be even more summer if I try to do the wing in public. I hope I don't get black everywhere now. So that's where I use this one. To the other part, I actually find another one is much more better, and it's actually from Shein. I never thought I should find something that, because I never found those pen type of things that worked for my eyes. I have tried other ones, but it's always been a disaster. They never worked my eyes, so I didn't really have big hopes for it. But now I bought more of those because I thought they were great. And now you see you have that. I usually try, and it's up to you how long you want to do your wing. But I follow this area. Don't care how we look like. And then I add a little more because I want to have it when you look around, because I have this area here, so I need to do a little more that way too. I'm not 100% sure I'll see all the way like I wanted to see, but I take it up, and then you can expect how much you want to do your wing. The hardest thing is always to do something similar on the other side. That's when the biggest problem comes. And we can come down, so some people can just do like this type of thing, but if you have hooded eyes, you're gonna have to go down in an angle. This time I did a little thicker so it don't, oh, that, and of course my, no way. Oh, see, oh, still there. I probably pushed. But you see that? And I usually try to look in the mirror and see if I have to take something there. Then it's up to you if you want to fulfill with the design line all the way. You don't have to do it because you already have black. And I have the skin issue here, so this is the hardest thing to get things to look like it's a straight line, even if it's not. But you do as much as possible. I think I'm gonna do just one eye to show how I'm doing. So you got to, yes, then I maybe fix it up a little bit so look a little bit better, because I'm not standing in the perfect position for what I'm doing. And it's annoying me because if I try to do something, it's just get worse and worse and worse and worse. But there you have one. And of course I'm gonna do a little more, so I'm gonna show that before I put it off and finish the look, because it's already gone 40 minutes now. So I thought we stop now, but first we do this inner corner. It's usually easy on that side. The wing is easier on this way, but when it comes to inner corner, it's easier on that side. But I'm still gonna do it on this one. And I usually hold my pen and I look how this goes there, and I just try to decide how I want to have it, and I try to do it up something there, and then you can take it very long if you want to. And then you try to do it like a sharp point. And today I decided to have it black totally. It's something like that. And if you want to, you can go and fill in on the edge of the waterline. You still have all the bracts, but it deepens up a bit and connect it there. And then you see after a while that you see that I might be able to even drag it more this way, because I have this part with my skin. So this is how far I'm gonna show. I'm gonna put on some mascara, I'm gonna put on some eyelashes, I'm gonna put on some lipstick, and then I will be back and show the rest. So this is just gonna be a makeup tutorial today. See you soon. So Douglas, I'm back. I'm gonna put on a little more pictures, you're gonna see better. I'm gonna finish this video with that type of thing. But first, I hope you're gonna give it a thumbs up. You can give it a down too if you don't like it. It doesn't matter, still interact with me. And don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and press the notification bell. And darklings, be safe, stay weird, and be nice to each other. Love you all. Thanks for watching. Bye.